book. My co-founder and designer of both this book and that one has become a mother, as have other women on our team. That team has weathered a pandemic, we've gotten married, we've held conferences over Zoom, we've taken PPP loans, and we've remained both nimble and lucky enough to still be here, personally and professionally. But none of us, not even in our toughest moments, has given in to the superficial allure of hustle culture. We have shifted to a 4-day work week and never looked back. And I'll be back later in this book to talk about that. And we have reduced the hours we work and the extent to which we rely on that work for our identities. We've expanded our benefits, strengthened our maternity leave, increased our salaries, and done everything as a company with a singular focus, helping ourselves and those we reach to live a better life financially without ever making money the goal in and of itself. Because yes, money is essential to life, at least for now, comrades, and managing it well is often the difference between freedom and constraint, options and coercion. But once you have enough of it, the focus should be on converting that money into things that are actually meaningful to you. More time with the people you love, more creativity, more days to just vibe on the couch and watch a whole season of a mid-tier Netflix show if you so choose. Rather than constantly pushing yourself toward the next promotion or bonus, how can you help someone a little earlier in their career to get theirs? Instead of constantly fretting over saving every possible penny, how can you live abundantly and generously with the people around you in both financial and emotional terms? Now that you've got a hold on your basic finances, what role does money actually serve in your life? And unlike the recently deceased girlboss, how are you going to form an identity that isn't about monetizing or optimizing every waking second of that life? If the first TFD book was a primer in getting your head above water financially and understanding the basics of building freedom and security, and if you haven't read it yet, I suggest you do, this book is all about what comes next. As the title indicates, it's about going beyond just getting by in your life, not only in terms of money, but also in terms of how you view yourself, how you value your time, and how you form communities with the people around you. If you succeed at the expense of everyone else, that isn't a victory. If you raise a ton of venture capital and pay your employees like shit, you're not a feminist icon. And if you have accumulated a bunch of money but have no time to actually live the life that money was supposed to be for, congratulations, you've played yourself. And because I try to live my values, or at least my personal catchphrases, I am passing the torch of writing the majority of this very book to my longtime colleague and collaborator, Holly Trantham. She has worked for the Financial Diet nearly as long as I have, touches almost every piece of editorial we produce, and has in many ways defined the ethos of our brand alongside me. She's also, as it happens, a woman who is excellent with money and has a keen understanding of how to explain more complicated financial concepts in ways that are digestible and easy to understand. She is the perfect person to write this book, and she will be your shepherd as you progress to the next level on every topic we cover at TFD. Don't worry, though, my talkative ass will be popping in on topics I simply have to give my thoughts on. So before we dive in, let me leave you with this. If the girl boss is dead, let her rest in peace, and give her her flowers for what she was able to accomplish in her time. She built some massive companies, most of which are now gone, but still. She pulled off some truly epic scams, and is likely to only serve some jail time, and she gatekept and gaslit all the way to the top of every 30 under 30 list. She gave us the ethos of we can do anything a man can do, to which we can now confidently say, yeah, but what men do absolutely sucks, and we don't want to do any of that. And move on to something totally new and better, regardless of gender. Work is not the point of life, and neither is money. So let's stop trying to get ahead and start trying to go beyond getting by.
Chapter 1. Moving beyond getting by is a practice, not a challenge. In May of 2016, I took a web editor job I found on Craigslist. I know you must be thinking, girl, I could have told you not to do that, but bear with me. I was 24, barely scraping by after years of temp work, unpaid media internships, short stints in corporate real jobs, and various freelance writing and editing gigs. Unpaid internship, noun. A company's excuse to squeeze free labor out of eager college students and 20-somethings under the guise of experience while gatekeeping opportunities for those who can't afford to work for free. I was sick of not knowing how much I was going to make in a given month and having to hunt down paychecks from the crappy entertainment news websites and SEO factories I was working for. I wanted so badly to find my dream job doing creatively fulfilling writing and editing, but I also just wanted to know when my next check was coming.